Say my favorite show as a kid would have been Rugrats.
I remember watching Doug as a kid.
Hey y'all, do you remember Boston
Whoever
Public?
is there.
I know I liked watching it when I was a kid, but I don't remember like any of it.
Man, I've been watching Expedition Unknown, like it's going out of style. I love that show now.
Hey y'all, I haven't
Yeah.
watched
Why am
it so
I-
recently, but definitely probably my favorite
you're
show
coming up through
since
the
I've been.
intro.
Dazed and confused.
Oh, what's Mike's or Big Mike's camera looking at?
The ground.
That just happened, I believe.
Hold on.
Forget that.
Okay. Am I looking at you?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe a little bit over here too much.
Fuck me in the butt. Not really.
It wasn't on my piano.
It wasn't. You'll have to adjust that, bro.
You're an idiot.
Why?
Use a whole blanket.
Fuck it. It was there. Ain't you ever seen something somewhere and just be like, fuck it?
No. You clearly don't do the dishes.
Alright, so
So I'm just trying to see how my sound sounds. Hopefully better.
it sounds fine to me. I'm just trying to adjust a few things here before we get started.
So what just happened that happened? Oh, you had stuff sitting on top of that leg over there?
On top of what? Yeah.
I just moved it a tad bit closer, that's all.
Gotcha. So how do you like it there?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I even think if I sit up, I could always, like I said, push it, pull it, whatever, if I feel like sitting up,
Yeah.
like a trombone.
Right, like trombone it.
Yeah.
Play with your tromboner.
Just remind me that I gotta do it.
All right, so let's see. We're talking about the brain today.
Yeah, I was gonna throw in some riddles, like brain games.
Oh, okay.
Some riddles.
Yeah.
All right, I see.
How do I gotta go back on that thing.
So we got 2 people in YouTube right now. Hello, YouTubers. We got 1 person in Twitch right now. Hello, Twitcher. 0 in Facebook right now.
Put 1 in chat if you're excited for our riddles.
Hell yeah. Do that 1 in chat. What we don't have is anybody in Kick or Twitter that we can see.
I wouldn't know what to do with Kick anyway.
Alright,
Yeah.
let me do...
We're just waiting for Big Mike to get ready.
Just give me 1 more second. I just
Ooh,
wanna-
we're down to 1 viewer.
It's because I left, I think. Just double checking the chat. Okay, I got it on Restream. Good to go.
All right. I'm just about good to go. All right, we ready?
Yes.
And welcome back to the Burger Joint. This is K-Berg.
This is Big Mike.
Lady K.
And we got brains.
Well, some
Yes.
more than others.
Yeah, I do good at destroying mine.
We do have brains. They all pretty much look similar, I think. Like brains.
Unless you have some advanced disease processes, but beyond that.
I prefer to think of mine as covered in grass.
Okay.
Like a hairy little green brain.
Yeah, mine doesn't look like that.
No.
I don't know where you come up with such a weird idea. Can you feel the grass tingling your skull?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like when the wind blows and you feel your hair breeze in your hair. So I like to imagine I can feel breeze through my brain.
That's not a good thing.
Got some air blowing in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of empty, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, so we're talking about the brain, obviously. It's this thing that makes
Let's
us
start
think.
it off with a riddle.
Okay, let's go.
What is more useful when it's broken?
Oh, you're not giving us options?
No.
What is most useful when it's broken?
Yeah.
What is more useful when it's broken? A horse?
Yes, a horse.
That's a good
A record? No.
An egg?
Yes, good job.
I think a horse is a better answer.
Yeah, a horse is a way better answer. Because
Yeah,
you
but
crack an egg, you don't break an egg.
You don't use an egg.
Yes, you do. You eat it.
Oh my God, Lady K, you don't even know.
You guys are dumb.
I think a horse. I think a horse is a much better answer.
How? It's a good answer, but what is? What?
Maybe that's why I'm fat, because I don't feel like I'm using food. I'm just eating it. I'm not using it to nourish my body. I just eat it because it tastes good.
Well, you use eggs to cook things with, and
You don't use them.
yes, you do.
You eat them.
You can use them in a recipe.
Oh, you use your shit in a recipe.
And like, I think they're more useful on an egg hunt when they're whole.
Yes.
They're just
Those
not
are-
eating them.
That's not useful at all. And how many
It entertains kids. That's
how many
very
horses have
useful.
you broken? Exactly.
I'm not a horse breaker.
Right. There's far more people that use eggs than they do
Wait,
horses.
just because I haven't broke the horse doesn't mean I haven't used a
Look.
horse.
Look,
I rode on a carriage, and that horse is broken.
yeah, so you break horses like that. Imagine this, a horse breaks its leg. You're going to put the thing down. Glue factory, it's useful there.
Really?
I bet on horse races. Those horses are broken.
Yeah. Donkey shows. They're part horse, and they're broken.
Clearly, the better answer is horse. What? If anyone's in chat, agree with us.
Yeah, just agree.
Actually,
I would not do that.
Horses is clearly the better answer there. You're right. Okay, so what are we talking about? What is the brain? What does the brain do?
it ain't do shit as far as I can tell. Wait, what the fuck?
From what I understand, your brain sends all the signals for all the bodily functions you're capable of doing. So without your
100%.
brain, like your stomach don't even work, nothing works. Your heart don't work,
You can't do nothing without it.
so your heart won't even pump blood.
Right.
That's
That's why if you're brain dead, you have to be on something that will do it for you.
Well, that seems kind of dumb.
yeah. Why would you even keep yourself alive at that point if you're brain dead?
For your organs.
Oh, to harvest your organs. That sounds so good.
And sometimes the doctors are wrong, and they, if you're technically brain dead, you can, turn around to a point, but you got to give up at some point.
So when you're in a coma, the rest of your brain's still working. You're just not conscious.
Yeah, you're just kind of asleep.
But your auto functions are working.
I think there's times when those certain things are suppressed, or when you need to when you're trying to heal your brain or whatever, because something really severe happened, they'll put you in a coma and do some of those functions to let those parts of your brain heal and let the swelling go down and stuff.
So they can choose, when they put you in a coma, they can choose which parts of the brain they put in a coma?
I don't know exactly how it works, but I just know that, if you're in a coma, sometimes you're on a ventilator and sometimes you're not.
And maybe it just depends on how severe the coma is or something.
That's true. So maybe medical ones or
So are hormones in the brain?
um a- I don't want to say all of them, but you do have, your whole pituitary gland in the middle of your brain,
Okay.
which is a huge
Mm-hmm.
portion of that. I don't know if they reside in other places as well. I mean, other organs use.
Is that the same thing? The
Hormones,
pituitary gland? Is that the same thing that floods your system with DMT when you die?
I think so. It's small, but it does a lot.
Like, we don't even know the entire function of it.
Probably not.
The eye of aura or whatever kind of looks like it, right?
That's probably what they're referring to.
When they drew it back in the day.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of theory on that because I've heard a lot of discussion how the ancient Egyptians and whatnot did a lot of brain surgery and understood the brain better than we even do.
So the DMT gets released when you die or as you die?
2 times in your life. The moment you're born, your body gets flooded with DMT, and the moment you die, your body gets flooded with DMT.
What do you mean by the moment?
Like, the moment your heart stops, your brain shoots out a shit ton of DMT.
So do you know that you're getting DMT'd?
I assume, somehow, subconsciously, you're still alive, dying.
I don't think you care at that point. You're just going through something really cool.
Yeah.
So you need the DMT to enter this world and you need the DMT to leave the world.
Right.
What about like C-sections?
I know that.
That's a good question.
Is that why they're dumber?
It could be. I mean, do you feel dumber than me?
No.
I'm pretty sure you're smarter than I am.
You were a C-section?
Yeah, I
And
think so.
you weren't?
Yeah, I was the one born with a cord wrapped around my neck.
Got it. Me too.
Obviously, it did not do you justice.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, so they say that you need DMT to enter this world to prepare yourself for the bullshit you're gonna have to deal with, and then you need DMT to leave the world to prepare yourself for what's beyond, because it's so extraordinary.
Oh, so this has to do with aliens, not DMT. But I'm just going to tell you anyways. So I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, right?
Oh no!
And they were talking about Virginia or something, Virginia, I don't know, Brazil, and some aliens,
What?
and some,
This is a place?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and some aliens told the doctor telepathically that he feels sorry for the human race because they don't understand their potential.
Damn. So why couldn't the doctor why does the aliens have to tell him that? Why didn't he just think of it?
What? He telepathically told him.
Right.
Right, but how do we know it was the alien putting the thought there?
Maybe he had been talking to him before.
Because it was obvious it was the alien.
Like, did he see an alien too?
They were telepathically talking to the alien in front of him.
Oh, it was right in front of him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. You left that part out. It's just like an alien telepathically letting this dude know somebody. He's on the other side of the universe, as far as I know.
Oh, it's an alien. That's
Yeah, I don't believe anyone would believe him if there wasn't an alien there.
So is that the town that's been getting fucked with by all these aliens that's in the news?
No.
Okay, because there's some town that's been getting fucked with by these UFOs, like, bad.
Yeah.
And aliens and shit, they say.
No, this was like 26 years ago or 96.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Damn.
But supposedly it's this whole crazy thing, man. I know we're talking about brains, so I'm not trying to get into it.
Well, aliens have brains.
Yeah, like the crash. There were some aliens running around, and they captured them, and then all of a sudden the U.S. showed up and took them back with them.
Really? The U.S. showed up and took this person back with them, or the UFO?
The alien.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
Why the fuck would the alien come with the U.S.?
I think it was dead by then. I think.
Oh,
from
we
what I
probably
understood.
killed it, didn't we?
No, I think it just died because it was a crash.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know how to heal it because it's an alien.
No shit.
Of course, why didn't just tell us how to heal it?
Right. It was telepathic. It should have been able to tell us telepathically how to heal it.
That's just
So-
kind of like, I don't know. People always say it like, well, they're so smart. Why would they crash? And it's like, shit fucks up. Like,
Right.
Out of
You-
your control.
you think they're like beyond reproach? Like, shit ain't fuck up for them? The whole world fucks up. Like, they might not exactly understand how lightning works around here, and then they just get fucked up.
Okay, let me put it this way. All right. There are a lot of people, we won't go into which people, but there are a lot of people in this world that are very good at math.
Okay.
All right. But they're shit drivers. You see what I'm saying there?
I honestly 100% believe that
I never found women to be good at math, per se.
Brilliant, brother. Brilliant. I was talking about the Asians, but
I know.
oh, Lady K's over here like you're gonna get bitch slapped. That was pretty good.
I find myself to be a decent driver. I haven't gotten in any accidents,
But you're not good at math.
but that wasn't the point. And
Yeah.
I'm okay at math. Give me algebra all day.
Ain't it? Okay. It's so crazy, though. Like, think about our brain, like, how smart we actually are. I was thinking about this today while I was driving my car. My car does that thing when it gets too close to a car, like, it slows down.
Oh man, that drive me nuts.
When I
It-
have
it'd
my
be hard-
cruise control on, mainly.
Okay.
But, like, it can't figure out that the fucking car's already out of the way to get the fuck going. Like, it's turning. It's out of the way. Go. But, like, us as humans, we can, like, figure that shit out. Figure out the distance. And so this complex machine that's probably smarter in ways than me cannot even handle this car's out of the way. Or, like, how that interaction's supposed to work correctly.
Right.
I 100% honestly believe that we all, and this goes along with your alien talk here. I think we all have a potential to completely excel in something. I mean, some people can excel in many things, but I think our brains are set up that way where you're going to be really good at math, or you're going to be really good at building things, or science is going to be your thing, or music, whatever. I think we're all built for something, and I don't believe a good chunk of people reach that point where they can figure out what it is they're supposed to be good at.
Right.
No, that makes sense. I agree. Like, you don't even know, like, you never even have a chance to try all the different things
Right.
that you could be good at. Like, here he goes and does that shit again.
I got a situation I gotta deal with real quick. I'll be 2 seconds. I gotta fix the internet.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. So, anyways, like, I don't know, like, I could be good at astrophysics, but
You've never really done it.
never really did it. Like, I wasn't that good at math, really. But I wasn't bad either. I just never cared enough to keep going in it. Like,
And so to me that wouldn't be what you were meant to do, regardless if you're good at it, So that's another
But it could be that I'm good at it. I just don't know.
That's true. But do you really want to do stuff you're not good at, or not that you don't like? Not that you're not
I
good
mean,
at.
that sounds like life to me. Doing a
That's
bunch
true.
of stuff that you don't like.
That's true.
Doing luxury stuff you don't like?
No.
No.
Doing a bunch of stuff you don't like for the times you get to do what you like.
Right. Like if you're say Big Mike is really good at math, but he doesn't like it.
Okay.
So that's not really winning if you don't like it, just despite being really good at it.
I think everybody has the potential to be really good at math.
No.
Just-
No,
We only use a small portion
that's
of our
not
brain.
true. That's not true.
Oh, we use a lot more of our brain?
Mm-hmm.
How much of our brain do we use?
I'll tell you. Hold on.
Okay, but take out all the bullshit that's going on. Like controlling our heart and shit. Yeah, and then just like think of how much stuff is like actually in your brain that you don't think about, but it's in there. Like, I don't know, like I can give you a very semi-detailed description of my second grade classroom.
Useless.
Right, useless information.
Like, why is it stored there?
Like, go away.
Right, right.
But
I don't necessarily need it to go away, but it's hard for me to remember what people looked like as second graders.
Oh, hell no. How the hell would you even do that?
right, you can't. Once you know somebody as an adult, I don't think you can. Well, maybe if you were close enough to them, but you can't revert back.
I can't remember what Big Mike looked like as a kid.
I don't think I can remember what you looked like as a kid per se. I more so remember like pictures of you as a kid.
That's probably where that memory goes to. Too.
But I almost feel that when you remember someone, you remember them how you felt they looked the best.
Really?
I can imagine that,
Like-
unless you see somebody every day.
Like I honestly think of younger, like I can think of what Adam looked like in, like say when you lived at like Heartland Ridge.
Oh my god, baby.
Right, and it's so like if I think of stuff going on at Heartland, I don't think of him
Now,
how he looks now per se.
so he transforms
Right.
in your mind. That's kind of a cool. I never even thought of that.
I bet I looked skinny as shit at Heartland Ridge.
But the problem with me is with a lot of that is I don't look at people. So it's much easier for me to describe environments than it is.
So why don't you look at people? Is that an anxiety thing where you don't like to look people in the eye? Because I'm like that. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not gonna look at you
Like,
in the face.
yeah, that I think a lot of it is that, but I think it's, I don't know, even like now, like I may glance at you or Adam every once in a while, but I'm more so looking at all the different stuff around the room.
Makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, because you might look at me back. I wonder why I'm looking at you. Right,
It's
exactly.
a little weird. That's a good point. I don't even if we're in a room with somebody the whole day, I doubt we look at them as frequently as we'd imagine we would.
I feel like I look at people a lot.
Stop it. Don't be weird.
I'm gonna look wherever the fuck I want. You don't like it, don't stand in my way.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know. But then I was thinking about this, like when it comes to like political leanings and stuff, like a lot of that's in your head, and I wonder how much of that is actually truly changeable, or if it's just kind of
Stuck.
right,
Political beliefs.
right, not exactly from what you were taught, but more so how you became as an adult. Because even think about like political beliefs. You could say that, well, yeah, it's because you grew up in a conservative family or something like that. Or you could say that your family was conservative because of how their brains work in general. Or liberal, whatever.
I think.
I think a lot of. Go ahead.
No,
A lot of political views, I believe, are environmental.
It could be, but I'm pretty sure if you look at like certain like graphs and stuff, like a lot of political views all often correlate. I forget with what exactly, but like other stuff.
I'm trying to think.
A lot of political views correlate with other stuff.
With
No.
stuff that isn't necessarily political, like empathy or
Well, if you're a more empathetic person, you're probably a liberal.
More liberal. I mean,
Or
you don't,
more liberal,
I would
yeah.
say because there's plenty of conservatives that are empathetic.
But I don't even know if empathy's.
That's a no.
the
I think
correct-
that's a good basis because I was having trouble grasping what you were trying to say, but I get that because, and that's true though for liberals or people that are more so, they definitely take a more empathetic stance than conservatives do. Conservatives look a little less empathetic than.
A little less.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you are because
Yeah.
I don't think you can be or you I hate how people think you have to be one side or the other because it's not like that.
No, not at all. Half of that crap's a goddamn joke just to divide a country.
I don't agree with that at all. But well, I don't know what you mean by that, I guess.
If you're able to label something into two different divisions,
That's not enough when you have a
you're able to divide a mass.
Right. Well, you're assuming if it wasn't for these labels that the mass wouldn't be divided anyways.
I think it'd be harder to divide
Yeah.
if you
would be.
didn't. You can't put people in boxes that way. It's just I get what you're saying. And I feel like some people
But that's all humans do,
that's true. It's,
is divide themselves up by one way or another.
Yeah, because we can't realize our full potential.
Well, that's possibly true.
I think if as a human species if it was more possible to look at a scenario in more than one way, and I say not everybody is like that, but I think if you can open up your mind to other thought processes or ways of thinking and kind of put yourself in those people's shoes, that perspective might grow and you might not necessarily change, but be a lot more flexible
With the person you are.
with the person you are, with the way you react to other people's beliefs, whether they coincide with you or not. I think that's the biggest part where we struggle with trying, in the divide, I suppose.
Interesting.
Right. I mean, it is a big part that we struggle with, but just because you understand someone's beliefs doesn't mean that you necessarily need to be empathic towards their belief or sympathetic, I guess, maybe.
You don't have to be sympathetic to anything, but just even, I don't want to say accepting because that's not, I don't think you can accept everything for what it is, but
You need to accept people for who they are.
I mean,
So,
you gotta,
Well,
people that try to change people for a belief that they've held or a group of people hold, I think it's kind of silly.
It is. It is silly. It's kind of. Let's go. I have been told because I have no religious views that it is impossible for me to have morals.
I've heard that before.
I don't think that's what that means.
No, I've heard those words.
But I think I think generally morals, most of the morals that we have now, came from religious views.
Originally.
Right.
Like personally, you're saying.
No.
Or just in general.
In general.
I can't say that with certainty just because the people that
You'd have to convince me that there were no good people before religion in order for me to buy that.
I think it
I'm not
helps.
saying no morals or no things you would or would not do. I'm saying most of what we consider morals now
came from trainings or belief systems.
right.
I can see that, and I don't think you necessarily have to be brought up in that certain way, but to see it coming from other people or teachings from other people.
Do you believe cheating on your wife is immoral?
Does she know about it?
Yes, sure. No.
You're being stupid.
Look, if you're in an open relationship, no, there's nothing morally wrong with that in my eyes. If you're not in an open relationship,
That's not cheating.
it's
then.
different.
Okay. Do you believe multiple partners in general is immoral?
No, as long as they're all okay with it.
Okay.
I think it's gross. No. No.
I'm not trying to shame here. What populations have the most multiple partners if you were to take a guess?
Oh, I have no clue.
Like at the same time?
Like,
Just in general.
like probably maybe your Middle Eastern people,
What?
I would say gay men.
gay men.
Really? Like in an open scenario, or just like I'm just gonna go around and have some fun type of thing? I don't.
Not all the time. Obviously, in society, nothing's all the time.
Right.
But gay men generally tend to be hyperactive sexually. Like quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are- Really?
And that is why certain diseases are also more prominent and worse in gay men. So this goes back to the moral thing.
That's not completely the scenario for the diseases part. I actually learned about it because I had a course on HIV. It was very interesting because I'd never been brought up to it, and it made so much sense. Think about it. When you're out, even man, woman, whatever, if you're out and you go to a bar, you're single, and you hook up with somebody, who's more likely to use a condom?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who doesn't want to get pregnant. If you're a man with a man,
Who gives a fuck?
you're not thinking about that as much. And the other stuff is, I mean, especially back in the 90s when it was a thing.
Right. But we all know about STDs and that they're bad now, and yet it's still a problem in that population.
I think that's still a problem in every population.
Not comparatively, it's not.
You look at the commercials. I mean, they're obviously targeting, but again, and I understand that.
And also, I'm sure it's a lot higher than women on birth control.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, but that's just what my understanding was, why it was such a big thing and such a stigma back then, if to be a gay guy.
I mean,
Just because of that.
no. I agree, and I think, sometimes we have this way of reasoning around facts to make them sound better.
I'm not trying to make anything sound better.
Well,
just-
not you personally, but the person who wrote the book. That was just like that monkeypox that was going around,
Okay.
and they were saying it wasn't an STD.
Okay.
and then it kind of
Turned out to be.
right.
Yeah. I'm the wrong person to ask about this shit.
So like one of my friends brought up, it's like, well then how did he get to a kid? It's like,
Oh my god.
Think about it, jackass.
right. It's not like the priests are out here molesting girls,
Yeah.
or did they? I don't think they did they?
The priests?
Yeah,
They molest boys and girls.
do they?
Yeah. They're not,
I
I
wonder.
always heard about molesting boys.
Right.
not all priests are gay.
I
I think the ones molested. Right. This goes back to my point. If you're a gay priest, you're hyperactive sexually, so then you molest boys.
wonder why. I mean, I get it.
And how can a
Testosterone is.
priest be gay and sit there? So, like back in the day, priests were out there raping little boys too, but the fucking Pope was saying how bad it is to be gay. Guess what? Your priests are out there fucking little boys. What's worse?
Well, that's worse, but I think that's in this society. I think that was a thing.
Oh, it was. They're still protecting the fucking people.
No, the gay people did.
Oh,
They go to be priests.
gay people would go be priests?
Gay Catholics go be priests.
So they would not be gay.
Right.
That is the stupidest shit I've
Pray
ever
the
heard.
gay away.
Oh my
that,
God.
That idea.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
it's really a pray the gay away.
No, no,
it's
that's-
just I don't have sex because I'm a priest. So.
There's a documentary called "Pray the Gay Way," I think it's called,
Oh, okay.
where that's what they
Sent these poor kids away.
to like camps and stuff to, because they chose that like I don't want to be gay, but they were, and I mean you can't force yourself to do something like that, like become a priest and think it's just gonna go away.
Okay, but that goes again. Not trying to compare it. That goes back to the people that touch kids thing. Do we not force them to not do it?
To not do what?
Do you think people that molest kids out of convenience or because
That's what they like.
They're mentally fucked.
right?
I think suppression has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't sit there and compare a gay dude to somebody that
I'm not
rapes-
comparing
or,
them.
I
I'm
mean,
comparing what's going on in their mind to a similar thing.
I don't know.
The sexual drive. I'm not saying the sexual drive is similar. I'm saying we have sexual drives for things.
Like either
Like you can't force me to be gay either.
or like little people. Regardless, I mean that's kind of I'm almost assume that's wired in your brain to be that way. But I guess it can change over time too.
Like I'm not even talking about like the one. Okay, maybe you convinced me that. Hey, I was horny and there. This goes on. I'm not going down that road. but what I'm saying, but like the ones that go out and seek like pictures of little kids,
Yeah.
they're going after little kids. They're not just, hey, there was a little kid here.
right.
So let's see what we can do.
Yeah, there's something off
Right,
in their head.
Like that sounds fucked up in a different way
Yeah.
than I think that like, hey, let me go seek out even
Little.
just pictures of little kids.
And here's the problem with the way they handle these pedophiles and shit that they do catch. They throw them in prison thinking that's going to fix them.
And I don't think they think
or
it's gonna
think
fix
it's
them.
going to solve anything. No, if that is a mental illness.
That perversion is not
you
something
need
you're
to
gonna.
get them mental help.
They shouldn't
put-
be on the street.
No, they shouldn't be on the street, but they should not be in a prison. They should be in a mental institution.
But
Look, you go to prison, you get out.
no, not necessarily.
Okay, pedophiles
Sometimes-
are getting out
yeah,
every day.
That's true.
All right, then pedophiles get like 5 fucking years and a slap on the wrist and say, "Now go touch another little boy." Okay, rather than get these people the help they need.
Okay, but this is okay. So now you're saying they can, as you say, get help. They can pray the pedophile away, as you might say.
No, that's
So what's
I don't think they know enough to be able to fix it.
right. But putting them in a prison,
And I'm not. I
is
wouldn't.
not the right.
okay?
You're never gonna know enough if you just keep on
No,
throwing all the
I-
morons in
100%.
prison and letting them out.
Right. I
Okay,
get. I
but
get it.
you're saying you can give them mental help and then they'll get better.
Guess what? You put somebody in a mental institution, and the psychiatrist there gets to decide when they leave. You don't get 5 years. You get when the doctor says you go. It could be the rest of your life very easily. You're gone.
Okay, what we are saying is, just as you say you can't pray the gay away, you can't pray the pedophile away, so all pedophiles will be in mental institutions for the rest of their lives, except for the
But
fact they're perfectly mentally capable.
But you're putting gay and pedophile as the same. They're two completely different things.
Why?
Well, mental health and praying are totally different things too.
Yes, they are.
Okay, yes, I agree. But but if what I'm saying is, then you can get mental help for gay. Fine, don't say pray, say mental help.
I don't think being gay is necessarily even a mental issue.
No, I don't.
No, I'm not saying it is either. What I'm saying is I don't think pedophilia is a mental issue.
Oh, it for sure is.
I disagree.
I don't think. I think it helps your
Okay,
mental state from whatever. I mean, I think there's
You'd have
some screwed up something in your brain to be able to
a touch
decide.
kids like that.
Right.
You'd have a better chance of convincing me that serial killers aren't mentally fucked than you'd have to convince me that a pedophile isn't mentally fucked.
I kind of see what.
I mean, cool. Yes, as society, we can look at them mentally fucked, and I do think what they do is horrible. But I'm saying that I don't. You're saying to me, you're sitting there saying they're choosing to want to go look at kids.
That's the opposite.
I'm
think.
not saying that at all.
That's the opposite.
Right, but I'm saying I don't think they can go to any sort of mental health hospital or health and be able to fix that. I might be able to not do it, which I think a lot of them do, but I don't think they get rid of the pedophilia part of it.
That's a good point.
Okay.
In that respect, yeah, you could. I think
But that goes the same way as saying, yes, my pills do not take away my suicidal thoughts one bit, because I still wake up every morning wanting to do it and think about it several times throughout the day. My pills make it easier for me to not do it and
That's
not
true.
go through with it.
that's true. That's kind of where I'm thinking. For mental health
There,
aspect, you can quiet those urges or whatever, but it's not. It's always going to be there.
yeah, mental health is always putting a Band-Aid on something.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Until we
Okay.
can figure it out.
So why would gay not be mental?
I
Not mentally wrong, and that's make sure we understand the same thing.
think being gay, honestly, to me, is just no different than being straight. You just find something different attractive.
Okay. Why do I find females attractive?
You were wired that way.
What does that mean?
You were born to like females.
Why? What part of my body likes females?
Biology, your brain.
Okay.
Right, but
I don't quite understand that either, and I'm with you. I understand what you're trying to say, and I don't think
You're just trying to be PC and say, "Oh, it's not a mental thing." Well, it is a mental thing because I mentally am attracted to females. They're mentally attracted to males. Tell me what the difference is.
well, there's no difference in my mind. But when you throw pedophiliacs into it,
Because you don't like that it's different.
no. So you're gonna tell me pedophilia is no different than
Being
straight?
straight, yes.
Yeah, no, I can't.
The
I know.
actions are obviously because you don't want it to be. Because you're sitting there saying they somehow have some sort of choice, or they can get mentally helped to not be pedophiles anymore. And I'm saying I think they can get mentally helped not to act on those urges.
that's what I think you were trying to get at. You're not gonna get that to go away.
You're not gonna get that to go away, but you can quiet it. Never do I think you're gonna get to go away, or even quiet the urge to like a male or the urge to like a female.
Regardless of whatever sex you are.
Yeah, but the urge to like a child or want to fuck a child is no different than the urge to put a bullet in my head. All right? We can quiet those voices. But you got to find out how, and you're never going to find out how by putting these people in prison and letting them out in 5 years.
Okay, but here's the thing. You think that there isn't pedophiles in the world that haven't been caught, that don't go and seek therapy, that don't go get this help, that we haven't tried to do studies on? I bet you they have.
Did you?
I didn't
yeah.
follow.
There's people that haven't acted on their pedophilia, but that are born pedophilia, but
Of
are
course.
able to not act on it. That
Of
I'm
course.
sure have had plenty of mental help. I'm sure there's been some that have checked into mental hospitals and said,
Of course.
What the fuck do I do?
Of
Right.
course.
Right,
Because
but-
it's not a choice.
So I'm saying you're just saying that we're not trying to figure it out. We're just sending them to jail. And it's like, I don't think.
Well, that's what we do with it. If you get convicted of it, and yeah, that is a good point, because if you're convicted of something, you did something wrong. You acted on those impulses, just like a sociopath that killed somebody. There's sociopaths all over that never hurt anybody, but they've never acted on that.
Or kleptomaniacs. Or,
Right. They have that. That doesn't mean they deserve to do their time as well, because that's, I mean, they committed a crime just like if anybody were else to commit a crime. But also, this goes for any mental health situation. We have a long way to go, and that's because we're pretty
We're a prison happy country. We're gonna have a long way to go. We're putting
that's
the
not what I'm
resources
saying.
in the wrong places.
We are in our infancy with mental health.
Because our government back in the 50s and 60s decided to put us, and 70s decided to set us back 50 fucking years.
Well, I get that. I understand that. But I'm saying we're gonna have a lot to figure out, regardless if we're putting people away for those things or not. But I think it would be great if we had more emphasis, even if they're doing better with it, but putting mental health resources or amping it up for those in prison, because we don't want those certain people that have acted on that to be out doing those things. And what are we going to... We don't have the resources necessarily to house all these people in mental health institutions.
Because we're a prison-happy country. If we turn some of them prisons into mental health units, guess what?
Right, but there is a lot of mental health that goes on.
And listen, we're throwing the worst of the worst sociopaths in prison, locking them away in a little fucking cage, and not using them for what we could.
Studying them?
Yes, we need to study these people. Guess if I can figure out that guy, because he's here for the next 60 years, he's going nowhere, he's mine to study every minute of every single day, guess what? I just cured every fucking mental disease there is off that one guy.
Yeah, but ethically, you got to look at it that way.
Ethically, fuck ethics. When you're that fucked, okay, I have no morals as far as I'm going to slice into your brain if I want to. You're not getting out. You're going nowhere. You belong to me. You're so fucked that you are a science project.
No, I understand what you're saying, because we had this conversation before. But I think we are making strides. We can't just go from A to Z. We're taking steps, and that's, eventually we'll probably get there.
And,
I hope.
And the problem is a little bit down this path is eventually it gets to take your happy pill every morning. Everybody. Conform.
Yeah, that's true. And that sucks.
It does. It does suck. That's what's, hey.
We're gonna give you this, and you're gonna be a zombie for the rest of your life. That's fine.
Hey, that's why I only take a quarter of the pill I'm supposed to take every day, so I'm not a fucking zombie.
I understand, and that
you act like going to a mental institution is a vacate. It's probably so much worse than going to prison, bro.
What am I talking about? Going to a mental institution is going to vacation.
I don't know.
You're saying you have to send these people to a mental institution, even though, quite frankly, under most circumstances, you would consider them very mentally capable and fine.
Outwardly, yes, yeah.
Like,
Outwardly, I'm mentally fine.
No,
no.
no.
Okay, fine.
But that, I mean, that, I think that's something
Assholes.
we agree on.
Right. But
But I do. I'm stuck on that point where you say there's people out there that don't act on these things. They may feel it and they know it's wrong. I'm sure the people that do it know that it's wrong.
Right.
But
But their urge is so strong they can't control it. So
why can't they control it? Is my question.
why can't the guy that puts a bullet in his head control it?
He can control it. He
No,
just
that guy that put his bullet in his head cannot control it if he went that far. It was the end. It's gonna happen one way or another. Just like for that pedophile, there's an urge that he could not control. Why?
I don't
because certain people's urges are more than others.
That's true.
Right. So
So why do you think you can fix that?
I never would think you could.
we're not gonna know if we don't study.
Do they have drugs that can lower your sexual drive?
Oh
Yeah, there's drugs that aren't meant for that do that.
Bro, take my medicine.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can.
So I wonder if that's. So is that like chemical castration?
Yeah, well, they have that too. So you can.
What is chemical castration?
Where you
Kill your ball sack, basically.
basically you take a I don't know if it's an injection or if it's actual pills or whatever, but it makes you sterile.
So so I understand in certain places, if you're a pedophile, they chemically castrate you. What's the point of that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
if
just
you're
assume
just making you sterile, it's not like you're cutting down your urge to fuck.
right. That's what I'm wondering. Does making you sterile cut down your urge?
It must.
Well,
But-
To be honest,
is that why old people don't have sex drives?
But you get
But they
people
do.
Well,
getting
they're
fixed all the fucking
no,
time. Why ain't they?
it's testosterone that gets cut. I mean, you can get a vasectomy and still have a sex drive, but it's I don't know what it does. To be honest, maybe it does affect testosterone levels. I mean, I would assume it has to mess with those hormones.
So, like pills I'm on, all the pills I've taken since it started seeking mental health, I went from wanting to fuck every day to it's almost an annoyance.
So that is a brain thing that, along with calming other aspects of your brain that's misfiring or not awake or whatever, it's gonna mellow out
So
everything.
So does those things somehow kind of mess with the testosterone receptors in some sort of way?
That's a good point.
Or
I've never
probably-
looked into it.
Probably just all your receptors. They just
Mhm.
dull your receptors.
Yeah. So that's why when you take those pills, a lot of times you're kind of like a zombie. Like your emotions are just, and I could imagine that would be part of it. That's a very good. I never even thought of it that way.
So it's not actually. It's possible it's not actually lowering his testosterone. It's just lowering
Everything,
how his brain reacts to the testosterone.
right? Your mood, because your sex drive is heavily tied to your mood.
Maybe that's why I gotta get into such a fucked up situation to feel any adrenaline at all.
That's true.
Like-
I mean, because you're stuck at this.
I went 130 mile an hour down the road and got no fucking adrenaline out of it.
Well, that's part of it, and that's a very good point. I'm gonna have to look into what that does and why. Why would they do it if it didn't have any other kind of effect? Which I'm assuming it does, because If that's what they wanted, they would just do like a vasectomy or something. If they were just trying to make it so they're not reproducing.
I think I've heard that they don't exactly know how they work.
A chemical castration?
No, like a lot of these mental drugs.
Oh no, they
Oh,
have
no,
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 clue.
no.
That's why it's like you're a crapshoot when you start taking these pills. It's let's just keep throwing them at you.
But
until we
they do
find
have a
something that
cool
works.
test now that you can take that will tell you which ones your body will.
that a lot of insurances don't cover.
Right, which doesn't make any sense to me.
So they'd rather just run you through a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd rather put you through living hell.
And you start with the most common, usually like Zoloft, and
Just work your way down.
you'll try that for a couple months, and if you're not getting what you need, let's try this one, and this is.
one and this one.
Mm-hmm.
Wellbutrin. Oh, they put that shit on me. I would go into blind rages, bro.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Really bad.
There was another one at one point that I just out of the blue just start crying. No fucking reason, just start crying.
Yeah.
I mean, there was ones that made There was a day on the way to the ball field. I was on a new one, and I looked at her and said, "You gotta take me to the mental hospital. You gotta check me in. You gotta go check me in right now."
Yeah.
And I got to the ball field. I coached and I got better, but I stopped taking those pills.
Yeah, there's a lot that you're
So-
working with the brain. I mean, that's a lot of pills anyway, but specifically,
Right, but wouldn't it be nice to actually knew how shit worked?
right. let's try this out. Yeah, that's the problem, right?
And what's amazing is there is stuff that you can just cure most of these diseases. And it's large doses of psychedelics and treatments in a safe environment.
The ketamine, I would be more than willing to try that.
Ketamine, the LSD is known to do it. DMT is known to do it.
Yeah.
All these strong psychedelics are known to just cure it.
At least to the point where you don't need pills.
Yeah. Some of them, or mushrooms are known to do it. Some of them, like LSD and ketamine, is kind of known to, you might have to go back in a year or two after your original treatments. Your ones like DMT and mushrooms, you don't hear that. A large enough dose, and you're done. It's cured, wiped out. And I think that the issue there is with ketamine and LSD, there's only so high you can get, and then you're just high for longer. Okay?
Okay.
With things like DMT and mushroom and these natural things, there is no glass ceiling. There is just higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher.
But
and
I
higher.
like the idea of medical treatment as far as like the ketamine, because you're under supervision.
In certain states, you can do the same thing with mushrooms.
I get that, but what I'm saying is we can't have that right now.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. But you're under medical supervision, and you get proper dosing. I mean, you can figure it out on your own, but it seems, they're stepping in the right direction as far as gearing away from pills so much.
They are, and that's where I said earlier, like from the 60s through like the 70s, they set us back 50 years because they criminalized all this stuff. When instead, we're like, now we understand all this stuff and understand how and why it works the way it does.
Right.
But now we're just having to get right back into it from the beginning and figure all this out. Why is this working this way?
Please tell me we can do another episode of The Brain on Sunday.
I have another question though, real quick.
It's not the end of this episode.
No, I know,
Well,
but
that'd be real
I
quick.
feel like
Probably getting close, ain't it?
it went
Yeah,
the
about
wrong.
10 minutes.
It went the wrong, not the wrong way. It went in a different direction than I expected, and there's so much more to talk about.
Do they ever do like any sort of therapy when you're high on weed or anything?
So there's a place in Maine that does,
Okay.
and
Oh, that'd be horrible to me.
it does. It's known to help with like PTSD, depression, stuff like that. They're finding out, but the main thing they're finding out is they're able to use weed to get people off alcohol, heroin, other crack, meth, stuff like
Is
that.
would they be doing high dose, or is this like a micro thing?
a high dose and then they taper you off type thing.
As
For
you-
the getting off of stuff, for the other thing that's tailored per person.
Gotcha.
I would find it interesting to do therapy high.
When I've went to therapy, I've always been high.
Well,
I've never done it sober, to be honest.
Well, can you name stuff you have done? Which is more here?
I'd venture to guess you've done a lot less sober.
Been high. Yeah, probably, but. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm just kind of wondering. From my perspective, I feel like I'm more in touch with my feelings when I'm high. So I feel that'd be better for therapy.
I think you're probably more open to the process than you would be.
You're right.
Just like when you're drinking, how your inhibitions kind of are slighted.
Now, our son did some interesting therapy. They had to do vibrations and sounds. They didn't talk during his therapy sessions, really.
Okay.
Yes, they did. Some of them.
Not all of them, though. The ones that came away feeling the best, they did these vibrations in his hands, and it was sound treatment. Some sort of different sounds. And he'd always come out, because I'd ask him how'd it go, because I kept talking to her about, I want to try this, and we just never got to that point. And he always loved it. He goes, it'd always come out just so relaxed and feeling happy, and EDM.
Oh,
Something like that.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many cool things that they have, that different therapies that are not just talk, which I think works well for some people.
Yeah, it's really weird, like the way, and that's again, your brain's reacting to the vibrations around you or the sounds around you in that way. I mean, hell, there's this, you put speakers around you in a certain pattern around you, in a circle around you, and then you can sit in the center and play this certain sound. It's a certain frequency. And so your frequency is different waves, okay, right? So it's a certain frequency going into your brain, obviously. It'll make you trip balls like you're high on acid or high on DMT. So, I mean, even like sounds, the things they can do to you. Because
Man, it really seems like your brain is very manipulated
I heard there's a certain form of yoga you can do,
to put yourself in like a trance.
like in a that actually has that they say has feelings similar to being on DMT.
really,
I can imagine that, like you're like a certain meditation
Yeah.
like
quality.
a breathing
Yeah,
pattern
or
involved with it.
meditation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think I'd almost be scared to try it.
brain,
I wouldn't do it
obviously-
right.
The brain can kill you, obviously, too, because think about, if a man can dive down and go under the water for 20 minutes, that means all men can dive down and go underwater for 20 minutes. Just one person's brain's letting him die down there, and another's isn't for some reason.
Well,
You guys kind of
one,
have trained.
I don't think all men can do it. Like, our bodies are also different too,
and we gotta
right?
practice those things.
Yeah, but your brain let you down.
No, it wasn't the fault of my brain. My body let me down.
That's true. The oxygen, your body didn't utilize the oxygen
Your brain
properly.
didn't train
or-
your body properly.
No, my body, the size and shape of my body is not determined by my brain.
Yeah, but all of our bodies should work the same if our brains are right.
But they don't.
No. Why is that? My heart's smaller than yours. It doesn't work as fast or good
Right.
or efficiently.
Oh.
You have to.
Your heart's smaller than
I
mine?
have no idea. Well, that's not what I meant.
I don't think he means literally. It's just a point. But that's true. But some people's lungs are better at conserving oxygen. Or not.
I don't know. I just, you know,
That's like training when you run marathons. Not you can't just go out and expect to be able to do that.
look. Here's my takeaway from today. If you really want to understand the brain, we got to do science experiments on the pedophiles and the sociopaths that end up in prison. Send them to a mental health institution where we do science experiments on them
Yeah.
and free the psychedelics.
Or just put them in prison, but in a mental health unit.
I wonder why you can fuck a kid up if you give them LSD
Because their
or
brains.
DMT, but when you give an old person something like that, it cures them.
Probably because their brain isn't fully developed.
That is so weird.
I don't know. That's, but that's just like you know, there's certain things you can't do because of medicine you're on, so that you have to get off your medicine to be able to do them.
Yeah,
Ain't that weird?
it really is.
But they probably don't know why.
Yeah, that all they know is that like my body or my brain reacts differently to psychedelics, so I gotta do higher doses of any psychedelic. But then, like to do DMT, there's just a good chance it'd just kill me. And I really want to do DMT. But like, if I were just to go do it now, like there's like an 80% chance I'd just fall over and die.
That's crazy. Why is that again?
Because of the meds I'm on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb.
Right. It's fucking stupid. And I can't. Yeah. The brain, man. The brain. Fucking weird.
Any chance you have one last riddle?
Sure, I can. Let me pull it up.
I
Good
wanna
idea.
End on a riddle.
I was gonna do more.
Hey, were
and
we supposed to talk about that thing?
Which thing?
The advertising thing?
Doobie. Doobie. Doobie Energy. The energy drink that won't let you down.
It won't.
I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't tried it yet.
Adam. Where can we find it? Do you know?
Google Doobie. Dubby.
They're like energy sticks, right?
Like a powder
Yeah.
in a tub.
It's not a. It's not a drink. Like
Not
a,
like a can. You mix it with water.
what's special about it?
Gives you energy.
Is there protein or?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Do yourselves a favor. Google Doobie. Dubby. And check the shit out.
Because if you go to their website and use our name,
Oh, yes. That's true. If you order some, use coupon code The Burger Joint.
oh shit.
All one word. The Burger Joint. And you'll get 10% off, I believe.
Oh boy,
We'll get better at this.
this is kind of weird.
Lady K, give us a
Hold
riddle.
on.
You
Oh,
don't want to
boy.
bring it up, that shit. I forgot all about that.
I don't want this. Hold on. Keep talking.
What do you want?
Hold on.
I like how THC interacts with the brain personally.
Okay. Can we? I'm gonna go back to eggs for a second.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. How can you drop a raw egg from a height onto a concrete floor without cracking it?
I don't know. It's already broke open. She's dropping the egg, not the whole shell.
Let me read this again. How can you drop a raw egg from a height onto a concrete floor without cracking it?
What's the height?
Oh, low height. You just drop it from like a
It
point
doesn't-
inch up.
Doesn't say.
Drop it from a centimeter.
Concrete floors are very hard to crack.
That's
Oh.
stupid. That is the stupidest shit. You gotta give us something better than that.
Come on.
That's so stupid. No, it was cute.
Okay,
Come on.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. How do you feel about the way THC interacts with the brain?
Like I said, I like it. I was wondering about therapy. If they do it for therapy.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah.
Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I?
Forward, I am heavy. Backwards, I am not. A ton.
God, you're so smart.
Damn.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, that's
That
kind
was
of cute.
Yeah, that was.
Sometimes you gotta think like the Riddler.
You gotta find the answer in the
I
word.
was trying to spell it backwards, and I kept saying not, and then I kept putting the letters backwards instead of the word. I was like, it still spells not.
I mean, that's like, it's kind of like in like the deck of cards of Riddle. Like you gotta like, sometimes you gotta play the card that's like the little sentence word riddles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not hard if you really look into it.
I wonder if there's like, if that's like a real thing. Like if they, like they have like magic tricks. They have like types of riddles.
The ones that you have to look
Like-
in the question to find the answer.
Yeah, I wonder if they have names.
Okay, what can you hold in your right hand but never in your left hand?
What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left hand? Your left finger? No.
Your thumb, your right thumb.
Your left hand.
Bingo. Got it. You can't hold your left hand.
That's dumb.
All right, one more. One last one.
That was a good one.
Okay. Let's see.
One last one to sum up all of the jargon.
That one's stupid.
All the marbles.
Oh. You want to... these ones are the hard ones. You want a hard one?
Yeah, sure, go. And if we
'Kay.
can't get it, we can just end it there and see if anyone says it.
Yeah.
4 cars come to a 4-way stop, each coming from a different direction. They can't decide who got there first, so they all go forward at the same time. All 4 cars go, but none crash into each other. How is this possible?
Wait,
Say it all again.
I don't know if I like this one. 4 cars come to a 4-way stop, each coming from a different direction. They can't decide who got there first, so they all go forward at the same time. All 4 cars go, but none crash into each other. How is this possible?
They all notice they're going, so they go at different speeds. They go to a roundabout.
Kind of.
the four.
They all
the
turn
four,
right.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's a good one.
All right. Sorry, you know what? Throw one out there that we won't answer.
Is there-
If you're listening and can get the answer to this riddle,
Could they all turn left?
Why not?
hey, John or Vic, how you doing?
What up?
They all turn
Wow.
right, buddy. They all turn right. Okay, this one we're gonna leave to the user or the listeners.
Funny. Paul's height is 6 feet. He's an assistant at a butcher shop and wears size 9 shoes. What does he weigh?
Paul's height is 9 feet,
No, 6 feet.
6 feet. He's an assistant at a shoe shop,
No, butcher shop,
butcher shop,
and wears size 9 shoes.
and where's size?
What does he weigh?
Oh, I know.
Oh shit! All right, we're not. With that being said, we're going to end this, but I believe Vic has the answer. We're not going to tell those of you listening on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, but Vic will give you that answer in a minute. I do want to bring up one thing. I don't know what y'all are doing out there on Spotify, Apple Music, and everything to make us just start popping off like we have been lately, but we appreciate every one of our listeners.
Yep.
Yes, thank
Much
you.
love. Thank
Yep.
you. Peace.
Later.
What's your answer?
Vic said meat.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say.
Good job, Vic. Good job.
We're popping off on Spotify or something.
I don't know which platform for sure, but yeah.
It doesn't tell you which one. Where they're coming
I
from?
haven't paid attention to that. I can look. Give me 1 second. And you may as well throw another one out, babe.
Want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I think I might have heard this one before. You throw away the outside and cook the inside, then eat the outside and throw away the inside. What is it?
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Start again.
You throw away the outside, cook the inside, then eat the outside and throw away the inside. What is it? It's a food. Just
Throw away the outside. Then do what to the inside? Cook the inside.
cook the inside,
Eat the outside.
eat the outside, yep. And throw away the inside.
And throw away the inside.
I can give a hint. I don't know if it'll help you at all. But you're not even listening, Gabe.
I'm listening. What is it?
Something you don't like to eat.
Mayonnaise.
No.
Boiled eggs. No.
No.
No. Vic said boiled eggs. Cottage cheese.
No. Did you even listen to the question?
No.
You throw away the outside, you cook the inside, then eat the outside and throw away the inside. What is it?
Fuck is that shit?
You don't like to eat it.
It's like a microwave steak or something.
Something
No.
I don't like to eat. There's
Yeah.
cottage cheese.
No.
A bag of potatoes.
No. Do you just spill it?
Soup.
No. Doesn't even make sense.
Nobody knows.
What is it?
Corn on the cob.
Oh, that shit's gross.
It's not gross. You just don't like to eat it.
Yeah, you gotta cut that shit off the cob.
Oh,
Fucking
that's all silly.
be
I
civil.
like that.
Be civil about that shit. Fucking. That's so Look, if you cut the corn on the cob off, then you can throw it in a pan with some oil and fry it up all good and shit. Oh my god.
I love corn on the cob with butter and.
No, that's just stupid.
Yeah, either way. Cut it off sometimes. It's fun.
Another one. Are we playing Fortnite tonight?
Yeah, we can.
You guys are so nerdy.
Or we can play Call of Duty?
I'd rather play Fortnite.
I know.
What the hell is wrong with you?
On this new Fortnite kick.
Call of Duty's hard.
I like.
It's not as magical. It's very sad.
You don't have to turn the radio off when you get in the car.
I don't even get in a car. In the new way.
In the new way.
I like magical stuff.
Hold on, I'm looking.
It's all bright and happy.
It is.
It makes you feel like candy. You ever been a candy person out running around, Sarah?
A candy person.
Lady K?
I don't know what you mean.
Dude, I was running around on DayZ. Not even really playing DayZ to play like DayZ. Just to relax. You know what I'm saying?
No.
The zombies make it not so.
I wasn't running around to hunt zombies or people. I was just kind of walking through the grass in the
Okay.
woods.
Gotcha.
And
Like your brain?
yeah, and you know, it was raining out, and they had like 4 or 5 updates since I played this game.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro! I mean, if I had like VR goggles on and seen this shit, I would think I was there.
Yeah.
Man, it creeped me out. I heard this like giggle. I'm like, what the hell was that? And he's like, my dude's high. He was sitting there laughing.
I found shrooms. I took 'em.
Very smart idea to do.
I walked up to an outhouse and all of a sudden my head goes.
It was so creepy. What goes through cities and fields but never moves?
My penis.
It's weird.
What goes through cities and fields but never moves?
Roads.
Roads,
Roads.
Roads.
train tracks. I guess train tracks kind of move sometimes.
They move?
Like the ones that move.
It's kind of
Oh,
cute.
they do.
When it is alive, we sing. When it is dead, we clap our hands. What is it?
Wives.
When it's alive, we sing. When it's dead, we... I don't know, a play? What?
No,
A musical.
no.
It's alive, we sing. When it's dead, we clap our hands.
Music.
No.
It's alive.
We sing when wind. No. I think that looks at everything.
Sorry, I forgot
Vic over here saying wind, and Blake, he's like,
I tried to think of why we out here clapping our hands. At dead stuff. Like,
grass. I don't know. What do you mean?
That doesn't even
The
make
fire.
You're very close.
Smoke. Fire. Embers.
Okay, listen.
Charcoal.
Think of fire. When it is alive, we sing. When it's dead, we clap our
That
hands.
is so stupid. What you're saying.
Why is it stupid?
Because you're just saying chicken.
What?
I don't know. Vic
You
said
said
chicken.
You said fire, and I said you were really close.
Fire stick.
Birthday candle.
Oh,
oh,
that's stupid.
Oh, come on.
I don't think I ever clapped.
Yeah, who the fuck claps their hands
Yes,
after
you
you
do.
blow it out?
Someone blows out. Yay!
No, that's stupid.
That sounds stupid. You're stupid.
I don't do those sorts of things.
Yeah, we don't do stupid shit. We're so mean.
I
What are
have
you
no
gonna do?
life, but I can die. What am I?
You have no life, but you a nerd.
Ink.
No. In fact, it dies a lot.
An NPC.
Oh,
A phone.
Close. It's
Big or
Is
Vic
it-
said that.
it's a battery.
Okay.
damn. I don't know. I think they call it how much battery life you got.
Good point. It belongs to you, but your friends use it more. What is it?
My penis.
I mean,
share the wealth?
Say it again.
It belongs to you, but your friends use it more. What is it?
My phone number,
Yes.
That's a good one, but no.
my email address,
You're getting closer.
my Facebook
my
account.
name.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know about that. I write my name a lot.
Right, but maybe not out loud. That's
Why you be writing your name a lot?
filling things out. Why do you not sign your name to things?
Rarely.
Liar.
I mean, I scribble my name. When I sign something, I'm not putting my name down anywhere.
Well-
Nowhere in my signature is my name.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about my username. Is my username not my name?
What's your username?
I don't know. Whatever my email address is.
I'm
and
talking-
shit are.
I'm-
Your email. Your,
talking about
your
Mike.
name is nowhere in your username.
We're talking about
No, my username is my name.
Your username is not your name. Your username is so completely
Okay.
different than your name.
So what is my name?
Your name
is
is
Mike. Oh,
Yeah, which one is it?
It's Mike.
oh.
Oh no, it's not. It's Mike.
I call him Michael.
That's just silly.
I call myself Michael.
Do you really? Your name is Mike.
No, I'm not really a Mike.
To me, you're Mike.
Okay.
You'll never be anything but Mike.
I'm gonna start calling
Does
you.
it make you mad when I call you Mike?
No, not really.
I'm gonna start calling you Mikey.
I feel like if I call you Michael, it's like you better fucking listen, boy.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I'm different. My name is different to different people.
Maybe people that call you Michael because they're intimidated by you.
Some people call me K-Berg. Is that not my name too?
Your
Well,
name,
it's both of our
your
names.
given name is Mike or Michael.
There's other people named Michael too.
K-Berg is our
Actually,
shared name.
I bet you my username is more unique to me than any other name I've been given.
What username?
Well, M:B15 is my username, the most used one.
That is not what we're. No.
But is that not my name versus?
No, your name is Mike or Michael. And that's what it's referring to.
I just think I have multiple names.
Yeah, you're in trouble with yourself, bro.
So, anyways, my friends call me K-Berg and Mike more than they call me Michael and Michael.
Okay,
is my
but they
name.
call you that. It doesn't matter what you are suggesting your name is. They call you that.
Right.
You don't call yourself that.
No, but that's why I'm trying to say if I call myself M:B15, I type it out a lot, is my point.
Yeah, you don't use it out loud. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd say if I type out my name, I type out K-Berg more than I do Adam.
If you consider a business as a person, I bet you there are more businesses that know me as M:B15 than know me as Michael.
And there's more businesses that know
Those
me as
aren't your
K-Berg
friend.
than Adam.
Those aren't your friends.
Right, but I use that name a lot.
What has a bottom at the top?
What has a what?
What has a bottom at the top? Sorry.
What has a bottom at the top? Titties. Oh, you're over there shaking your boobs. So I thought,
A ball?
someone doing a handstand is what Vic says.
He's semi close.
A headstand,
No,
somersault,
no.
a flip, a backflip.
Something upside down?
Your legs.
The splits.
Your legs is the answer.
Oh. I thought you were giving a hit.
I'm dying.
All right. One more, and then we better call it.
Oh, I might gotta call it.
What?
What the hell was that?
Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, all right. Well, this brings this episode to an end.
All right, I'll
Have
see
a
ya.
great day.
Bye.
Well, we haven't ended the episode.
It's true.
What?
We ended the episode a long time ago.
Oh, see everybody online. Peace.